In the WWF Oasis in Orbetello, we became birdwatchers with a spyglass in one of the 9 observation huts along the lagoon. And we observed flamingos. Flamingo is a type of wading bird. The term flamingo comes from Portuguese or Spanish flamengo, flame-colored, and a similar etymology has the term phenicopterus, literally blood-red feathered. Young flamingos hatch with grayish plumage, but adults range from light pink to bright red due to carotenoids obtained from their food supply. It has a brine shrimp or plankton filtered with their special bill. A well-fed, healthy flamingo is more colored and thus a more desirable mate. A white or pale flamingo, however, is usually unhealthy. Flamingos are very social birds. They live in large colonies useful for avoiding predators, maximizing food intake, and using scarce, suitable nesting sites for more efficiently. Before breeding, flamingo colonies split into breeding groups of about 15 to 50 birds. Both males and females in these groups perform synchronized ritual displays. Flamingos form strong pair bonds. Both the male and the female contribute to building the nest, aggressively defend it, and feed their chicks after hatching with a kind of crop milk that contains fat, protein, and red and white blood cells. For the first 6 days after the chicks hatch, the adults and chicks stay in the nesting site. At around 7 to 12 days old, the chicks begin to move out of their nest and explore their surroundings. When they are 2 weeks old, the chicks congregate in groups, called micro-creche, and their parents leave them alone. After a while, the micro-creche merge into creche, containing thousands of chicks. Chicks that do not stay in their creche are vulnerable to predators. The northern pintail is a large duck, and the male's long central tail feathers give rise to the species name. It is a bird of open wetlands, such as coastal lagoons, and it nests on the ground, often some distance from water. It breeds in the northern areas of Europe, Asia, and North America, but in winters migrates and reaches almost to the equator. In winter it eats aquatic plants or seed, but during the nesting season it's mainly invertebrates. It is highly gregarious outside the breeding season and forms very large mixed flocks with other ducks. This duck's population is affected by predators, parasites, and avian diseases. Human activities such as agriculture, hunting, and fishing have also had a significant impact on numbers. Nevertheless, owed to the huge range and large population of this species, it is not threatened globally. The northern pintail is one of the species to which the Agreement on the Conservation of African Eurasian Migratory Waterbirds applies. Conservation status least concern. The common shell duck is a waterfowl species, widespread in Eurasia. It resembles a small short-necked goose in size and shape. The male is particularly crispy colored in the breeding season, is bill bright red and bearing a prominent knob at the forehead. It breeds in temperate areas, and most populations migrate to subtropical areas in winter. It is common around the coastline, where it frequents salt marshes, tidal mudflats, and estuaries, or in open country near rivers and lakes. This bird is one of the species to which the Agreement on the Conservation of African Eurasian Migratory Waterbirds applies. Conservation status least concern. Geronticus eremita, northern bald ibis, Ibis eremita. The northern bald ibis is a migratory bird found in barren, semi-desert or rocky habitats, often close to running water. It breeds colonially on coastal or mountain cliff edges, where it typically lays 2 to 3 eggs in a stick nest, and feeds on lizards, insects, and other small animals. This large glossy black ibis, which, unlike other members of the ibis family, is non-wading, has an unfeathered red face and head, and a long curved red bill. The northern bald ibis was once widespread across the Middle East, northern Africa, southern and central Europe. It disappeared from Europe over 300 years ago and is now considered critically endangered. This species has undergone a long-term decline and now has an extremely small population, with over 95% of truly wild birds concentrated in one subpopulation in Morocco. Numbers are currently increasing owing to management action and consequent improved breeding success. The reasons for the species' long-term decline are unclear, but hunting, loss of habitat, and pesticide poisoning have been implicated in the rapid loss of colonies in recent years. Conservation status: critically endangered. Red list category. So we was very lucky to see one of them.